Let's execute an immediate high-gear tactical vector shift away from the mortal court conflicts of obsidian palaces and step directly onto the terminal, calculation-heavy tracking grids of divine warfare, ancient dragon bonds, and world-shattering political betrayals. We are crossing the threshold into the crumbling, ash-drenched skies of a fallen kingdom, with Queen of Legends and Lies, the exceptional, rapid-pulsing fourth milestone entry in the chart-topping Dragons of Tirene series by the reigning sovereign of high-stakes romanticy tension, Nina Frost. This standalone deployment delivers a thrilling, deeply tragic look at a desperate operational crossroads, where lost military schools, mind-enslaving armies, and dark divine corruption collide at terminal velocity. Let's lay out the strategic narrative grid. If you are a fan of high-frequency, emotionally devastating romantic fantasy thrillers, where a legendary female protagonist must navigate an absolute maze of deceitful political councils, aggressive enemy maneuvers, and a fractured destiny, while running an aggressive rescue loop across foreign airspace, where an analytical mind uses deep Dragoncaller tradecraft, prophetic dream observation, and sheer resilience to rebuild a shattered crown, and where the author utilizes an incandescent "my fated match is now the corrupted villain" diagnostic routine to test our heroine's structural survival perimeters. This book is engineered to lock you in. Frost completely dominates the Dragon Rebellion noir dynamic, capturing the heart-racing emotional momentum, suffocating royal isolation, and heavy psychological weight popularized by genre vanguards like Sarah J. Maas, Jennifer L. Armentrout, Rebecca Yarros, and Christopher Paolini, while treating aerial tactical combat, mythical bloodline politics, and divine matrices with absolute technical mastery. The narrative tracking grid zeroes in on our central protagonist axis, Lark Axton. She is the ultimate blueprint of royal defensive resilience, a reluctant heir turned legendary Dragoncaller, operating under a strict, calculation-heavy routine to survive a world collapsing into total ruin. Her daily workspace is a highly volatile, shifting landscape of smoking ruins, defensive war council tables, and the relentless tracking sensors of enemy scouting wings. Her internal defense mechanisms are locked down tight behind a layer of deep personal trauma, her entire analytical focus strictly consumed by monitoring her unique elemental magic tracks, parsing ancient bloodline histories, and guarding her remaining assets from being entirely purged by an unyielding invading force. The spark ignites when her active scanning perimeter registers a devastating, absolute structural failure across all fronts. Flighthaven, the legendary military academy where her dangerous journey first began, has completely fallen. The official diagnostic metrics of Tirene flatline instantly. The tyrannical King Xenon and his relentless dragon forces are systematically enslaving the entire population, stealing their free will at the bidding of the mad, vengeful Daad Narc. But the most calculation-heavy revelation hitting Lark's tracking radar is a profoundly devastating personal blow. Sterling, otherwise known as Crown Prince Knox of Tirene, her perfect fated match, her protector, and the love of her life, has been captured and corrupted by the enemy, transformed into a dark state weapon designed to execute a total delete of her remaining resistances. The tactical parameters instantly explode as Lark refuses to retreat, stepping directly into her sovereign role as the last surviving Dragoncaller queen. Our veteran heroine transforms into a fiercely realistic, entirely pragmatic offensive asset, deploying her massive combat profiling tradecraft, ancient dragon vocalization knowledge, and psychological stamina to challenge the very council meant to advise her. When deceitful politicians attempt to lock her away behind domestic security walls and the shadowy executioners of the mad god Narc close their tracking perimeters around her refuge, Lark's survival instincts engage their final deployment tracks. Every midnight strategy audit, every desperate dive into immersive magical dream scoping to maintain a fraying telepathic thread with the corrupted Sterling, and every intense moment of rallying her remaining aerial forces carries massive structural weight. What follows is an exceptional, high-stakes war of perspective, tactical position, and raw human grit. We watch the kingdom's ancient secrets completely unwrapped as Frost reveals how a love that defies the odds must transform into a sharp, calculation-heavy weapon to outmaneuver a divine predator. While Lark smooths over her military blind spots and pushes past her own maddening self-doubt with devastating analytical force, the overarching countdown clock hits a breathtaking climax, forcing a breathless, high-velocity final concrete showdown with Narc himself. To secure an absolute defense of the dragons, the land, and the corrupted prince who still holds her heart, she must execute a total system rewrite. It is an epic romantic fantasy, dragon combat suspense, court intrigue action, high-velocity divine noir masterpiece that treats deep aerial logistics and intense emotional friction with elite precision.